Hi, I'm Robin Bensley. Welcome to Chow Time. When I make spaghetti in the summertime, it's so different from the spaghetti of the winter with the slow simmering sauces. It is light and fresh and very easy to do. Only takes minutes. And most of the things I get directly from my garden. Well, gardening's a lot of work, but there is nothing like fresh ingredients from the garden. So I have a pot of water boiling for my pasta, and I'm going to take my garden ingredients and do a little chopping. Let's start with my 2 onions. And we want to cut them into a rough dice. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a big old skillet, and I want to cook this onion until it's nice and tender. And while these are cooking, let's chop the tomatoes. 4 tomatoes seem to work well. And I'm going to do just a medium dice. I like to get just a little bit of color on the onions. And the pasta water is boiling, so I'm going to add a good handful of salt. Put my spaghetti noodles in there. And, you know, having a pasta tree is so convenient. So I'm going to cook these till they're perfectly al dente. Okay, the pasta's cooking away. Now's the time to add the tomatoes to the onions. And the key to summer spaghetti is not to overcook the tomatoes. I don't want to break them down too much. I want them to be fresh, warm pieces of tomato, not like winter spaghetti. So we're just going to cook these for a little bit. Okay, now would be the time to season the tomato onion mixture. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I like that warmth in there. And then I was raised on always adding just a little pinch of sugar, because that will make the tomatoes taste even sweeter. And then just a little bit of salt, because the pasta is salted. You only need about a half a teaspoon of salt in there. And then I'm going to add about a cup of white wine and let that just cook down just enough. While the pasta's finishing cooking, I'm going to chop the basil. So I just want to take away the big stems, pick off the wonderful leaves, and why don't they make basil perfume? I don't know. I just kind of roll it up like this into one big bunch, and you chop it. Not too fine. You want the basil to stand out. And I'm just going to throw it into my sauce last minute. And my spaghetti is ready to drain. So I'll add this right into the sauce. And just fold and toss everything together. Look at how beautiful that is. The colors of summer. And I am ready for some summer spaghetti. And finally, you grate a ton of really nice Parmesan all over the top. You know, it's so nice not to have to go to the store for this. It just did really well in the garden this year. Oh boy. There we go. That's really great, and it's so different from winter spaghetti. And you know, if you like, you can always make it into a meat sauce too.
Well, come here.